So it's the big back garden food forest update. There's still one or two paving slabs lying right in the middle of the yard where I'm going to put all the soil, but don't worry, I will be keeping the paving slabs, hence the channel name, Petals on the Paving Slabs. We've turned them into a lovely patio. And while we're on the subject of keeping things, all the bits of rubble and mortar that was underneath the paving slabs, I'm keeping that too. It has its uses. I wish I'd have kept account about how many trips with a wheelbarrow and how many single shovelfuls of earth I had to do this weekend. So there'll be a few of these types of photographs, and as you go along you'll see the progress I'm making as they get more and more full. Right, let's count the shovels. 1, 2, miss a few, 477, missed some more, 612. Right, what I'm doing here is a little bit of preserving. I'm using some wood preservative on the, can you see the little upright posts that are joining the two high pieces of decking together? I'm just, where I've cut them to make them that length, I'm just popping some wood preservative on the tops, if you will. Now they'll still rot. I know all that decking is still going to rot, but it cost us nothing because that is the decking that we've ripped up from the rest of the yard. And I know also I could have lined it with plastic, or the back of those boards, for example using empty compost bags, but I've done that before and it doesn't really make much difference because all it does is it traps moisture in between the plastic and the wood. So I'll put these down for now. We've got a good few years to save up some money, and then in the end I'll get concrete cinder blocks. That's my main tub of my forget-me-nots. Look after those bad boys, and don't tell our Claire, but I am really hoping that they spread all over this lovely new soil that I'm putting down. So I need to get this rosemary in the tyre out the way now. If you think that it looks like I'm making hard work of that, you're probably right. That whole tyre was just like really root bound. It's high time that rosemary gets planted out. What's for the toad? What's for the toad? There you go. It's a really good thing I haven't seen that toad jumping out because I'm scared of frogs and toads. You just can't trust them. They're too jumpy. Look at it jumping. It could have jumped inside me. And I'm still making hard work of this. So we've got a thing about rosemary in our house. It seems to me that there's only me that embraces rosemary. Claire and the girls call it that spiky plant that we really hate when you put into soups and stews because it's spiky. So what I've started doing is whenever I've used rosemary in a vegetable soup, I just blend it up. Bye bye spiky. Oh yeah, and to think I've been getting away with it all this time. Oh, hang on, I've just said that out loud, haven't I? Ah. So here's another part of the new garden, which I'm reusing something from the old garden. Now this water butt, can you see it's been melted a bit up in the top half? This was down the side of our house, and because of where it was, we didn't always use it for watering because it was tricky to get to. So I'm going to use it for something completely different. I'm cutting off the top, I'm going to sink it into that soil. Well, you'll see. So very quick little competition just for fun, don't even leave a comment because by the time it's finished it'll all become apparent. At this stage, do you think I am going to make a little pond, or do you think I am going to make a sunken composter? What do you think? Day 2. If you guessed pond, you guessed right. Well done to you. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to give it a bit of a clean out. It had some dry dead algae on the inside. And see that blue rag? They are an old pair of boxer shorts. Reuse. I'm trying to be the king of reusing things in the garden. When I grow older, when I grow up, I want to be like Terry King. That man finds a use for everything in his garden. So here I am using some boxer shorts to clean out a water putt, which is actually going to be a pond. And I'm using something called liquid castile soap, and it's basically olive oil and citrus fruit oils, and it's a really good cleaner as well. So that's what I'm using with my boxer shorts. Now because of the way I filmed this, you're just going to have to take my word for it, but I am using the hose pipe there and I'm not relieving myself. I know what it looks like, you're just going to have to trust me. So do you remember near the start of the video, I was saving all the bits of rubble and mortar from underneath the paving slabs that I pulled up? Here they are. I'm going to put them around the sides of the pond, hopefully to stop all the soil washing away if the pond ever overflows. had to be so careful putting the soil around the pond because I've just spent all that time cleaning it. I didn't want any soil going into the pond whatsoever. And we'll see how long that lasts for, because I reckon the first time Ruby gets her hands on that pond, there'll be all sorts of stuff going into it. There'll be like floating bath ducks, and oh, I dread to think what she's going to be putting into that pond. British summer, the rain came and it stopped to play, but the rain's gone now, so I've wasted most of Saturday just sitting in the house looking at the rain. I've got about an hour left now before it goes dark. I'm going to crack on. Still got a bit more shoveling to do, and I haven't decided yet exactly what is going into that pond. Whether we just put 1 or 2 plants, aquatic plants, and then let the frogs etc. do their own thing, or do we put fish in it, or what? I'm not decided. I've got bigger fish to fry at the moment, excuse the pun. I need to get the rest of the garden built and planted out. Another little progress slideshow. Please tell me you can tell the progress. Coming up now is the last shovel full of earth in the largest section of what is going to be the food forest garden. It was an emotional moment. Massive part of the project done. I'm actually a little bit emotional, to be honest with you. So that's the largest planting area, all filled with soil now. Pond installed. I now need to do that half, but that can wait till tomorrow. I also need to plant out the rest of this, but that can wait till tomorrow. It's going dark. There's a short break in the rain, Still lots of clouds. So day 2 is finished. We got passion flowers, yay! So it's Sunday morning now. Later today, I'm going away to work. So I need to get a bit more done before I go away again. So let's have a look where we're up to. Don't see any reason why I can't start planting out in this massive planting area. I've already laid a couple of pots around just to give me an idea for things, but they might not necessarily end up where I've put them. So the kind of things I've got are lots of strawberries. I'm going to have them up at the edge, just all along the edges, with herbs dotted in between so that they're easier to pick. I've got lavender, flat leaf parsley, lemon balm, some thyme, more lemon balm. I've got more strawberries as well I can cram in. Now, do you remember, guys, the smaller stuff I'm going to put there, and as we go up towards that wall, the size of the plants is going to get larger. So in the winter I'll be pulling up like the plum tree. We've got a pear tree there, another one which you can't make out over there, quince. They're going to be going towards the back because the sun shines that way. So I don't want really tall stuff here because it's just going to block all the light. Right, everything is soaking wet. It's been raining overnight and there's some drizzle swirling around in the air now, so I just know I'm going to get filthy doing this. And guess who forgot to empty the wheelbarrow and turn it upside down in case it rained overnight, which it did. I've now got a mud bath in my wheelbarrow. Great. So let's get planting. Next to the winter savoury, I'm putting the strawberry plant. What I'll try and do is I'll alternate it. Culinary herb, strawberry, culinary herb, strawberry. And the herbs that I put in next to the strawberry plants will all be low growing herbs as well. Not the big tall bushy ones, they'll be low growing. Next herb going in is some English thyme. To be fair, it's actually done really well in that pot. Quite happy with that. I could probably harvest some as well actually and get it hung up on a piece of string in the kitchen to dry. Even though they were disgusting and covered in mud, my hands smelled amazing after handling that thyme. It was like I'd just spent a wonderful few hours in the kitchen cooking all those savoury herb smells. That thyme just smells amazing. Next herb to go in is some golden marjoram. Bought this about, what, 4 or 5 years ago in the same pot that it's in now. It was going very, very cheap. It was on like a set of shelvings with reduced plants a little known garden centre near me in Lancaster called Piccadilly Gardens. It's one of the best under £1 plants I think that I've ever had. So as I stand outside of my kitchen door and look down the backyard towards where the chickens are at the bottom of the yard, where I'm putting this comfrey plant is roughly in the middle. Do you remember that height thing I've been telling you about? Well, this is like a medium size height plant. And now it's been planted out, I'm not going to touch it for the rest of this year. It will die back over the winter. Next year, as it starts to regrow, I will start to use it either for compost or to make a liquid feed. I say either because it all depends. If I have enough space left in the backyard to create like a quiet out of the way corner, that's when I'll be making liquid feed, because it stinks. And if I have that anywhere near the patio where Claire and the girls are sitting, I think all three of them would just like dive on me and beat me up. And rightly so as well, because it absolutely stinks. It's disgusting, but very, very good for your plants. Time for another strawberry plant to go in now. Normally, we've got a bit of a family tradition where me and our Claire and the girls, we go to where my mum lives, we pick her up and we'll go to a pick your own strawberry farm. But we haven't done that this year, and I'm quite disappointed in myself, to be honest. I have spoken to my mum about this, and what we'll do instead is we'll wait just a few more weeks into August, possibly early September, and we'll go to the same place. There won't be any strawberries left, but what there will be is autumn fruiting raspberries and some of the stone fruits off the trees. So Mum, if you watch this, we will go back to that place. We've just missed out on the strawberries, sorry. And now I'm putting in some flat leafed parsley that I've grown from seed this year. Very easy to grow from seed, parsley. If you've got it in your head that you don't do herbs very well, try growing some parsley. It's really easy to grow. Putting some lemon balm in now. I have got a couple of pots of lemon balm. They've been ever so patient, waiting for years now to be planted out of a pot into the ground where they belong. But what I'll do with these is I'll just be careful exactly where I put them. I don't want them too close to each other. I want to try and spread them out if I can. And I am aware that lemon balm is a prolific self-seeder, but I don't mind that. I don't mind that. If one pops up in a place where it looks good, it's obviously telling me that it's happy to be there, so I might leave a few that self-seed. The rest I can either dig up and compost, or I can dig up, pop them on, give them away. There's all kinds of things I can do when it starts to self-seed, so I'm prepared for that. So a fair bit done there. Gonna call it a day for now. On day 3, I was at it Friday night when I got home from work, yesterday when it wasn't raining, and I just spent a bit of time this morning, Sunday. So we'll leave it there for now. But we've got quite a few more herbs planted out. Got the comfrey, which is going to go a lot taller than that. And down at the base, there's lots of new shoots as well, so it'll also fatten out slightly as well. So I'm going to give that a bit of a wide berth because I want it to get as big as possible, because I can really make use of some comfy. Purple sage, but that was already there. Golden marjoram. It is slightly camouflaged with this spirea. Hang on, let's take you around. Golden marjoram. Winter savoury, that's doing really well. It seems to have taken to being planted out the other week. Strawberry, English thyme, another strawberry. Flat leaf parsley, another strawberry. Lemon balm. Green sage, I've not planted that out yet. Getting there guys. Now there's still an awful lot to do. Things that will be happening in the future is I need to look into getting some kind of mulch for this, whether it's wood chippings or compost. I don't know, but it will be getting mulched. I need to have some kind of walkways, so you can see at the moment temporarily I'm just using bits of wood, but I don't quite know how I'm going to do something a little bit more permanent. We shall see. I still need to build these shutters reusing the decking boards. I need to do the same on that side, which will give us a path in the middle. Then that needs to have gravel laid in. I might extend the chickens area slightly, not sure yet. And then I'm going to wait till the winter before I pull out my existing fruit trees in all the various dustbins I've got them in, and plant them in winter when they're dormant. The idea is that when I stand at the back of my house looking that way, I might not necessarily be able to see the garage and the chickens area, because there'll be a screen of tall things, trees, bushes, including fruit bushes. Still got the raspberries over there. They will be moved eventually, although I've not decided if they're going into this patch or the patch that's going to be the other side of the gravel path. We will see about that, don't know. Wow, a lot of work there. Really glad I've done it though. Yeah. All I'll say is just thank goodness for being able to record things on television. There was 2 rugby league games on the BBC yesterday. So I've been watching them late at night, back to back. I had a proper rugby league festival in my front room. Dwarf beans doing really well. In fact, let's show you. There's already quite a few small pods on them, especially on these purple ones. Oh, and on the ones with the white flowers too, I can see them hanging down. So look, lots of pods on those. And aren't these beautiful? Purple pods with like a pink flower. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. Quite a lot of pods on there too. Oh, we've got but the best thing of all, now I've actually got a proper garden with soil on the floor, is there's one plant in particular that's responded really well to being planted out, and it is my fig tree. We've got about 3 or 4 very small figs for the first time since we've had this fig tree, which is about 4 or 5 years now. Now it's late July. See, there's one there just above my finger. That's a bit bigger than a pea, almost grape size. Now it's late July. I don't think these will grow and ripen in time before the weather gets colder later on in the year. So I'll leave them on as long as I can, but then I'll rub them off for when the cold comes, so just so they don't rot. But next year might be the year that, because it's now planted out and it's in situ, them figs will start to grow an awful lot earlier than they did this year. They've only really started to grow after I planted that out. about a month ago. But like I say, now it's in the ground. Next year, it's already there, just waiting to happen. So they should start going an awful lot earlier. So we're going to have figs. Oh yeah. This Liatris. Very pretty plant. They're like, if chives had a cousin, that's what I think they'd look like. Very nice. Right, I can't stop looking at my garden. It's getting there. It's definitely getting there. Nowhere near ready yet, but I'll keep filming each step along the way and posting updates on here, guys. So thank you for your support so far. Also thanks to Claire, Ruby and Olivia for putting up with me, obsessing about it. You've all been great, honestly. You've kept me fed and watered while I've been out here doing all this, so thank you guys. And thanks for having the faith that I can turn it into something, from a building site into something which hopefully is going to last us for years, and it'll just look better and better as the years go by as well. As all these plants mature, it gives a nice supply of herbs, nice supply of fruit from the trees, berries as well. Oh yeah, right. Thanks guys. So I know I've just said bye and thanks for all your support and everything, but I haven't quite finished. I've just planted out some green sage and rosemary next to the pond. So I'll now say thank you for watching. Cheers guys.